Now that I've got a bigger subscription base, I get more views, and not always by friendly viewers. These days I get 3 video recommendations or threats a week from Christians trying to show me why I was never a Christian and how their version of Christianity will save me, and I was always following the wrong version and never felt God. There are 3,600 denominations at last count in the Christian religion. This means there are 3,600 different groups of Christians who are certain that their version or interpretation of the Bible will bring about the true relationship with God. It's like there are 2 parts to the religion. There's the Bible, which is considered infallible, and that particular denomination's interpretation, which is also infallible and is the same thing as the Bible. If I was going to write a perfect book, I wouldn't make it so as ambiguous and easy to get confused. And I wouldn't give a promise of salvation and a relationship with me for those who diligently seek me, only for them to completely miss the mark, no matter how much they prayed to me. Trying to find the right interpretation of the Bible is like trying to do a maze with infinite dead ends. Straight is the gate and narrow is the way, and few there be that find it is an understatement. First, you have to get through the countless religions, at least 270 major and minor religions, each with their own countless denominations as well as numerous tiny religions, all with equal insistence of evidence and validity. Then you have to make sure you get the right translation of the Holy Book, of which there are hundreds. Finally, you have to run the gauntlet of studying every single denomination's interpretation of the Bible until you find the right one. Or you can go with the one you were raised with or happen to bump into and not critically analyze other religions, translations, or interpretations. Let's calculate the chances of you becoming a real Christian. There are 3,600 versions of Christianity, and Christians make up about 33% of the planet in 2000. So we divide 33,000 by 33 and we get 109 denominations for every 1% of a religion. We have that to be insanely generous in case other religions aren't nearly as fractured, but we need to double that for the number of many religions and cults worldwide. Then we have to deal with all the translation. 18% of the world speak English, and there are over 100 translations in English, so we'll divide 100 by 18, then 33 for Christianity. There are 0.16 texts for every 1% language for every 1% religion. Multiply by 100 twice, and there will be roughly 1,683 versions of holy texts. As most translations are at least 80% similar, we'll multiply 0.2. Let's double that for the word-of-mouth religions and oral traditions, and we get at least 673 holy texts claiming to be true. This is probably a massive understatement, as I haven't even taken into the account length of holy texts based on length of existence, as thanks to prohibiting book burning, China and India have massive numbers of books considered sacred. So we now have 109 denominations per 1%, multiply that by 100 and cut it in half because we have very similar, and we'll allow leeway to go through with that sister denomination. So we get about 5,455 denominations with 673 holy texts. You have at least 1 in 700 chances of reading the right holy text and 1 in 5,000 chances of finding the right denomination. The odds aren't good that yours is the right religion or interpretation unless you've looked at all the doctrines and read all the texts. I get so many people who seem to think that if I just watch their video, it will give me proof of their version of truth as real. And each one is tackling a subject I analyzed long ago. You do not ditch religion and face hell lightly. You have to look at every single argument, every facet, before you give up that kind of fear. Your poorly stated argument is not really going to convince me when the science is based on agnosticism and varying degrees of certainty we can actually have based on real testable evidence and not what is in a book or what someone told me. I rarely respond these days to these people, and it's really hard not to because of the fallacies they spout, but it tends to stress me out sometimes to talk in circles with these people and get nowhere.